Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And, this lesson is really going to be about, the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks about, man. And in this video here is a construction foreman on a job site in Arizona, and he's screaming at Jake, man, falsely accusing Jake of something. Or I'm not gonna say falsely accusing because I'm not sure if she did it or not, but this man took it a step too far, man. All right, so let me just play this little clip real quick. So he's stepping on what I assume to be an Issachar, right? Could be Gad, He's screaming at her, telling her to get the hell out of his job site because he believes that she scratched a counter in a new construction site, man. And he swung and slapped her hand, man, because she was trying to record. Right. And these are the people that's in rulership of the earth right now, man. These people are unjust to be ruling, man. Because if you throw in emotional temper tantrums like that, you're not fit to be a ruler, man. Right? You gotta, deal with everything as a man logically, man. Only women have emotional outbursts like that, man. All right. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? So the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. All right? And who are the wicked, man? Pursuant to the book of Malachi, it's the so-called white man, also known as the Edomites, man. The earth was given to them. So the wicked are the ones that's in rulership now. Now you got to ask yourself, who's on the money, right? When the U.S. dollar bills, which the U.S. dollar bills is still the world reserve currency, right? It's accepted it's accepted by everybody everywhere, man. But who's on the money, man? Edomites, man. Who's in charge of the banking systems? Starting with the wicked elite of the 13 bloodline families, such as the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, and so on and so forth, man. The Rothschilds, right? Who are these people, man? These are all Edomites, the so-called white man, right? Now you got our people, joining hand in hand with them, being buddy with them, trusting in their oppression, man, right? And this is why when the devil finally shows his horns, our people are shocked, man. But seeing things like this isn't, new to people that's in the faith, man. When the Lord opens your eyes, you're gonna realize that the devil is just being the devil because he was created to be this way, man.
Insults and profanity coming from a man supposed to be the leader at a job site in North Phoenix Tuesday.
Coming from a man that's supposed to be the leader, man. But what does it say in the book of Ecclesiastes? Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. This man is supposed to be the leader, but he's really a servant that's upon a horse, put into his rulership position ultimately by the Lord, man.
46-year-old Brent Hospelhorn accusing a female employee of scratching a countertop at this condo complex under construction near Tatum Boulevard and Deer Valley Road.
How do you know that?
Because she was leaned up against her when I walked in here. Don't you ever question my ass. You understand me?
The general...
You see? And another Issacharite, well, I'm assuming they're from the same company because they all have orange shirts on. But he's asking the so-called foreman, how do you know she did that? He goes, don't ever question on me. He said, basically, don't ever question me. He's basically, before he's making a judgment, he's asking for, proof and things of that nature. because you're supposed to examine everything before you come to a judgment, man. Before you come to a conclusion, you're supposed to examine all the evidence, all the facts, and this is how you judge righteously, man. But his man's in his feelings and says, "Don't you ever question me."
Lean up against it when I walk in here. Don't you ever question my ass. You understand me?
The general contractor of BPA.
Man, and this man is the devil, man. And you might think, they're not all like that. When I say all, I'm talking about Edomites, man. All Edomites are the same, man. All right, all Edomites are the wicked, right? Now you might see some so-called white people that's cool, right? They got some salt, they got spirit, they got zeal. Those aren't Edomites, man. All right, those are those are Israelites. But since we were scattered abroad, our genealogy and who we mated with, it changed because when a man sleeps with a white Salakia, when a so-called black man sleeps with a so-called white woman, and they have a child, the child will come out lighter than the man would, is usually 9 times out of 10. So now, when you consider that child sleeping with another so-called white woman, how light would that child be? So a lot of there's a huge population of our people that look like other nations, man. But this right here is an Edomite, man. You can tell by his spirit, man, and you can see how red he is too. These people are so-called white people, man. This is his arm is clearly pink, which is a derivative of red, man. The walls in the background are white. This man's arm is definitely red, man. So the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks about, man. All right, and these are our enemies, man. These are our natural-born enemies, pursuant to the book of Genesis chapter 25, how we were fighting in the womb together, man. All right. Pursuant also to the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. But this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. All right. You might think, oh, he gave me a job, or things of that nature. He's one of the good ones. No. Because Scripture also talks about how our enemies, the wicked, right, will use us as long as he has a use for us, man. I believe that's in chapter 13, but Lord willing, I'll get to that next. But Sirach 12 and 10, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, right? Hey, you leave iron outside long enough, it eventually will rust, man. So just like our enemies, man. Just like Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Eventually, if you expose around him long enough, you will see his rust, man. You will see his wickedness, man. Sirach 12 and 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. All right? So, just like, you come out the shower, and you're looking in the mirror, but you can't see nothing until you wipe the fog and the condensation off the glass. Then you can see clearly. It's just like Esau Edom, man. You need to wipe the looking glass. You need to wipe, the layer of film or basically tint that he tried to hide behind, man. But and then eventually the wicked will be revealed, man. Verse 12, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? All right. Just like you see Elam and Ishmael, they'll have a flute or a recorder, and they'll play a musical tone note to bring the snake out of the basket or the vase. And it's like the tone's like nee 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 nee, and you see the snake just coming out He's charming the snake with his music, right? But why do people watch that? People watch that just in case the snake bites his ass, man. And nobody's gonna feel sorry for him when the snake bites his ass, right? He should have been doing that in the first place, just like our people with Esau Edom. You see how people buddy buddy with Esau Edom, getting set up, selling their soul just to be cool with Esau Edom, just to have some of his crumbs off the master's table, man. All right, when we see our people going through it, man, we don't feel bad because they chose to be join hand in hand with the wicked, man. All right, nobody's gonna feel sorry for them, even though in this video, it did kind of vex me too because, seeing Esau, berate our people like that is vexing, man. All right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans all descend from the same man. We are all the same people, man. All right, so when you see these statistics and so-called news headlines and articles trying to divide us, man, you just gotta understand they're doing that on purpose to make it feel like we're separate people, right? So they could divide and conquer us, man. Slock. Cons. This is the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13. I'm gonna start at verse 3. The rich man hath done wrong, and yet he threatened withal. The poor man is wrong. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also, right? And just like in this video too, they say it in the video that this woman here, this Eve here, which was the one that was getting screamed at and hit, she got her hand slapped, but she said she called the police and they ain't come for 2 hours, man. All right. That's because what does the scripture say also in the book of Psalms, chapter 73. Psalm 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. All right, you call the police on Jake, police are there in record time, man. But you call the police on an Edomite, man, and you'd be lucky if they even show up, let alone 2 hours later, man. Sirach 13 and 4. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. Right? Just because you're getting used by these Edomites, man, doesn't mean that he's cool with you, man. Right? He's just using you to make profit. Right? It's like you see videos of people like Meek Mill with hanging with Amalekites, man, and owners of football teams. Yeah, because he's just using you until he has no use for you anymore. He's going to cast you away, man. Verse 5, Ecclesiasticus 13 and 5. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. Yeah, because what do? All Edomites do is take and take and take and take and take, man. All right? And then when there's no more to take, they'll create some artificial shit just to take that too, man. All right? It's the same thing they did with money, man. Right? Well, what these people did was take and take and take and take all the gold reserves, the silver reserves, precious stones, all these mines. These are all owned by Edomites, man. The beers, when you go into the diamond mining company, man, these are all Edomites, and they use Jake and also Hamites and other nations and pay them pennies to mine the stones and the gold and minerals. So now they took it all. And now, what do? They create something called currency, which is paper money, which isn't backed by anything, just so they could take that too, man. They take all the natural, create artificial, and they take that too, man. Because that's all they do, man. Pursuant to the book of Obadiah, man. How if grape gatherers came, they'll leave some grapes, but Esau Edom will take everything, man. All right. Verse 6, if he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, wantest thou? Right? If he has need of you, this is when he'll try to charm you with smooth words, man. But war was in his heart, man. All right? This is the devil that the Bible speaks about, man. All right? When you go into that word devil, it means false accuser, man. So this woman probably didn't scratch the counter, man. All right? But what's he doing? Falsely accusing her.
Escalated within seconds. After he hit her hand, he came back a second time, getting in her face pushing her.
Me escupió la cara.
Guadalupe called Phoenix police. After 2 hours, they finally arrived, she says. The department says they spoke to Brent on site and cited him for misdemeanor assault. He was not booked into jail.
It's absolutely deplorable, and we had him removed from the site immediately.
This is the devil that the Bible speaks about, man. All right? Never trust thine enemy, man. Because if you trust him and he bites you, you got nobody to blame but yourself, man. All right? But I'm going to wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I want to say shalom and abad the ball.